Today's video is mainly based on Discord, mainly because it's a Tuesday. We want a nice calm video for today. Anyways, if you didn't see, we got a shout out in announcements. Pretty cool. RCA was won by ERLC and myself. So yeah, we pretty much won all the awards. So nice job. Thank you to everyone who voted for me. Anyways, that's pretty cool. And applications for moderator have closed as well. Anyways, yes. So there should be an ERLC update this weekend, which will be kind of cool. But let's move on to video suggestions, or game suggestions, I should say. Firstly, add chat logs. So as a moderator, we can moderate more successfully, more easily for bypass words or roleplay. We can do gun motion and stuff, blah, blah, blah. I think this would be pretty good. Now, if you didn't know, PLC, so the official moderators for ERLC, they have chat logs. However, in-game moderators do not. So if you're a moderator for a server, you will not have chat logs, but the PLC moderators, they can come and see chat logs. So it would be kind of cool to have chat logs for a server in case anyone was bypassing or anything. But then again, that's kind of what PLC mods are there for. I'm not sure. It would be a nice feature though. I definitely would like to see something like that. I agree. ERLC's menu UI looks pretty, doesn't it? Why doesn't the vehicle spawner look the same or better? So yeah, I definitely think that they should update this at some point here. Because as you can see with the menu, the whole menu system's been upgraded basically, but the roleplay settings, the car spawning, they haven't. So I think at one point in the future, probably this year, they will update the menu, and I would like to see that because it would definitely be cool to match like the style of this, because this is really nicely made. So yeah, I'd definitely like to see kind of match the style. A small speedway and or track for recreation. I'd love to see how many different. Whoa, look how many different. Okay, I'd love to see a track in ERLC. We can properly do time trials driving around. It would be so cool. I'm not sure how likely this would be to be added, especially with the current map size. And although the map size is big, a racetrack would take up a lot of room. Like I guess you could have something small here if you kind of added something there. You could maybe have a drag strip or a really small course, but they wouldn't be able to fit too much. But definitely I'd love to see some sort of drag strip race course. It'd be amazing for kind of time testing cars on an official track. Thoroughly like this suggestion. So when a police player calls backup, show a blinking dot on their location. Currently my location is near farms, is too vague and not precise, especially with the bigger map. So look at this, as you can see here, unit 314 backup requested. Whoa, look at this. How'd they do this? When we tried to do a massive escort, it lagged basically for me. But that's cool. That's cool. I like that. Anyways, sort of on the CAD. On the CAD, it has a system like this. And you can kind of see all the police units. And then, yeah, I'd like that. Oh, again, I think, I don't know if I've seen this before. I've seen something similar, not this one. Make it so you can add custom city or state names. This would be amazing. In all of the ambulances and fire and rescue vehicles, you cannot change it. You can't change the logo, you can't change this. It would be amazing, even if we can't just change the livery, even if we could change the text. Springfield City Fire and Rescue, for example, that would be really nice. And like, you know, different police departments, banks, and gun store. We've got a police megaphone radio sort of thing here. Basically, the developers hire a voice actor or get someone to record these, saying clear the area, get out of the way, pull over. Add some effects over it to make it actually sound like a kind of megaphone, and then just stick them in a script, and when the player presses the button, I think that would be a pretty cool thing here, because then in non-voice chat servers, it actually makes it a bit more interesting. Livery design for the helicopters. As you can see, a livery design for the helicopters would be amazing. LAPD helicopter. Oh, that'd be super cool. But yeah, if you could design a livery for the helicopter. I'm not sure if the developers have the UV model or kind of have the livery template, but it would be really nice actually. It would be really cool to actually, even though you probably can't see it too much from the ground, it would make a bit of a difference there. And maybe also, I had an idea that they could lower the helicopter just slightly, because sometimes the helicopter is a bit high. Now I've looked up, and in different kind of cities, different regions, there's different height restrictions for how high helicopters can be. So it kind of depends on where this is based, I guess. And you do have like the terrain differences, higher and lower buildings, but it would be cool for this to be a bit lower maybe, so we could actually see it properly in the game. Suggestion, save loadout slots and last life loadouts. I like this idea actually. I like this idea. So you can basically, I think I was playing a game actually, and it had a system like this, basically where you could almost like load up the last kind of uniform, the last gear that you had. That would be pretty cool, I have to say. I 100% agree with this idea. volunteer fire or lifeboat station in this area. So only small vehicles can be spawned here as it's a small station. Maybe the addition of a quad bike. Oh, that would be amazing. That would be amazing here. Or a lifeboat. Yeah, even like a small lifeboat, because that would be able to, actually, wouldn't be able to fit under this bridge. But even like, if the station was here, so the parking was here, the station was here, and then they could go down here, or maybe if they made the bridge a bit higher. But yeah, even if the station was here, they could go down onto the river, and that would be amazing. I'd love that. I'd love that here. Yeah, because the area is quite empty, and it would be really cool for a new civilian team. Would that be counted as a civilian team? I think it would be. Look at this. Removable F-150 bedcap covers. They've done an amazing job actually editing this out. But yeah, as you can see here, so you can kind of equip or unequip the bed cap, and then it would change because the livery just remains the same. The livery doesn't go on that part of the vehicle, so I'd assume that would be pretty easy to do, especially if they're the two models. You could kind of easily remove the bed cap cover. That would just be like putting on and off the RAM bar. Oh, so we've got a new combat mode system here. So you'll not be in combat mode when equipped with the weapon. You only enter combat mode when you draw your weapon. To disable combat mode, you must put away your weapon and not take damage for 30 seconds after. After 30 seconds expired, you'll be immune to damage. Huh. So basically, people can't come up to you in a public server, start shooting you, even if you have a gun on you, but you're not using it. So combat indicators: yellow, not engaged in combat, cannot be damaged. Red, engaged in combat, can be damaged. Entering the shooting range will make you immune to damage, unless you're wanted by law enforcement. If a civilian shoots first, you can shoot back. Huh. I kind of like that, to be fair. I think that's a pretty fair system. I feel like they could be abused slightly, but I think that's a generally fair system. With different ELS patterns, and add a roundabout here. A roundabout would be quite cool there, because they do have the kind of new intersection, but a roundabout would fit here. You can see this was taken before the map update, because the sheriff's office has moved locations, but I guess a roundabout kind of would fit here. You may need to move the tool store back so that gas pumps can explode. That would be kind of a cool feature. So you could almost be in a shootout and then you accidentally hit one of the gas pumps and it starts smoking, and then it could go on fire or kind of have that exploding kind of GFX, or not GFX, FX. That would be kind of cool actually. So we've got this massive written up helicopters for players. So let's give it a read. So this is flyable police helicopters. So the spawn locations, what I'm thinking now is that helicopters are drivable, only be available on the police team, maybe the fire department. Now why not the sheriff's team? Easy answer, the sheriff's station is too small for a landing pad. Fair enough, I guess they could add one on the side, but yeah. So the spawner for the helicopter will be on top of the police station, accessible with a staircase. So it's a game pass access, 800 to 1,200 Robux. I think it'll be much more than 1,200 Robux here. So noobs won't get access. Okay then. So refueling and repairing. They actually put a lot of detail into this here. So 7 minutes, and then you can kind of go and refuel it here. And it would have an interior fit up to 6 people. It sounds good and all. The only problem is, how will they make it so that people do not abuse it? That's my only thing here. Also, I feel like that would be a lot of work. That's not the worst idea. Adding a vote kick system to matchmaking servers. Actually, that makes, yeah. I think a vote kick system to matchmaking servers, but not public servers, and not private servers, would be a good idea, because matchmaking servers, it's kind of, you're supposed to roleplay in them. So I kind of do like that idea. And then maybe you have to have a certain amount of playtime in ERLC to actually start it. But yeah, I do like that idea. I like this. So adding suspension. So especially like for if you wanted to kind of ramp up your Bugatti a bit to be able to get over the curves, this would be tank. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this would be kind of the perfect addition to your setup if you needed your Bugatti to go slightly higher. So I do like this. Yeah, so that the hospital building that I was talking about, that would be a perfect building to kind of add almost some, yeah, kind of some rooms inside here. Now it doesn't have to be too big, but apartments in ERLC would be amazing. It can work in the same system as the house works. So once you claim it, it spawns in, and therefore there's actually not many parts spawned in, because it only spawns in when you get close or buy the house. I like that. So anyways, that is all for today. Thank you very much. Shorter video, but I hope you did enjoy. And good job to everyone who made those suggestions. And I'm very looking forward to seeing the ERLC update this week. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.